Welcome back to the Scholarships 365 channel. On this channel, you get latest information about scholarships, fellowships, internships. So please do subscribe our channel. Click on the bell icon to get notified about the latest videos. Today, I'm going to talk about student visa for Canada. If you want to know how to get a student visa for Canada, you need to watch this video. Due to a lot of fake Canadian immigration consultant companies which are offering fake services for Canadian visa, as well as a lot of incorrect information related to a Canadian student visa information which is available on the internet. I have researched and spoken to many of the student visa holders who have gone to Canada for study purposes. So I'm going to share all the details with you. First of all, let me explain you how Canadian visa work. In Canada, there are hundreds of Canadian government universities, schools and colleges, as well as private institutions. They are offering thousands of international short courses, undergraduate, bachelor's, master's and PhD programs in multiple academic fields and majors. If you think about the cost of study in Canada compared to many other countries, Canada's study is very affordable. You will likely need funds between 20,000 to 30,000 Canadian dollars annually. The estimated average range will vary according to the public or private institution. There are hundreds of reasons to study in Canada, as Canadian universities have always been a priority of students when it comes to study abroad. Due to a lot of international crisis between countries, the question arrives in mind, is it safe to study in Canada? Almost 130,000 international students from different parts of the world choose Canadian universities every year for their short courses, undergraduate, bachelor's, master's and PhDs. A lot of international students avail Canadian scholarships for their bright careers, as well as some students studies on self-funds. Now the question is, why do I suggest you go to study in Canada? Not only because of its vigorous culture and high quality education system, but it also provides numerous opportunities for a bright future. Three main aspects that Canada and its academic institutions focus on are research, scientific publications, and international collaborations. Furthermore, you don't need a Canadian work visa to overcome your financial burden. You can easily avail student visa for Canadian work hours after getting in Canada. You can work up to 20 hours per week in Canada on Canada's student visa. But be careful, as working more than 20 hours per week is a violation of your Canadian study permit conditions. Before starting your student visa application process, you need to decide where you want to study in Canada. You need to get an acceptance letter required to complete the student visa application form only after being accepted by a Canadian university or a college. I'm going to recommend 10 universities. So the number one is Brook University, number two is Seneca College, number three is University of Regina, number fourth is Wilford University, number fifth is Mount Allison University, number six University of Alberta, then comes University of Toronto, number eight is Trent University, number nine is University of Waterloo, and the number 10 is McGill University. The official Canadian study permit tool can help you find out if you really need a student visa or permit. You don't need a study visa in order to study in Canada if one of the condition applies to you. If you are a family member of a foreign representative in Canada who is well recognized by the Department of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Development Canada, your program to study in Canada lasts less than 6 months. You have an Indian status registered in Canada, although you are a citizen of another country. When it comes to Canadian visas, rules are different, as a student visa does not allow you to enter or travel to Canada. You will need a travel visa or an electrical travel authorization. Before starting, the question came to mind about student visa acceptance rate. According to the information which is available on the CIC website, student visa acceptance rate in 2021 was about 1.6 million from January 2016 to October 2021. Acceptance rate for 2021 in Canada is nearly 68%. Only 30% of visas got rejected. So Canadian student visa success rate is very high. Now the part comes on how to start your visa application process. First of all, you need to find some good university or a college according to your requirements requirements, and then you apply your admission to that college or university. After getting an acceptance letter from that university, then you will head to the next step, which is to apply for a student visa, which is also called a study permit. Before you arrive in Canada, you need to apply online your student visa on the CSE website. In case you don't have an internet access, you can submit your documents online and you can send your visa application documents by post. Students need to provide an acceptance letter from a Canadian government recognized university or a college. You have to give your financial statement for the last 6 months that you are going to support your education throughout your study period in Canada. It will include your expenses along with your stay and education expenses. You need to complete your health report that proves you are good health. They do a tuberculosis test. You need to submit that along with your other additional documents which the embassy asks. According to recent visa rules, if one of your family members who is working or applying for a work license in Canada, the application process for your study permit will complete in just 2 weeks. So once you get your study permit, you can also apply for a student visa Canadian extension or renew your study permit if you already in the Canada, your study program has extended, you shift to another university, or you wish to continue your studies in a different city. Canadian Home Office will give you a study permit which is going to expire in 90 days. You can still stay in Canada to enjoy its eye-capturing beauty or to apply for a work permit. If you go for a work permit, the work permit will give you a full-time or a part-time job, or even you can be self-employed. Before you start that process, first you need to arrange your documents. First of all, you need to get an acceptance letter from the Canadian university which is recognized by the government. You will need a valid passport with at least 2 blank pages. You will also need 2 passport size photograph with the name and date of birth mentioned on the back. You will need financial statements from the last 6 months, which is 10,000 to 11,000 Canadian dollars. But I will also say this, it will all depend on your university fee. You need to add that up as well. These 10 to 11,000 dollars per year are the cost of your living in the Canada. So you have to attach your bank statement with your visa application. The CSE can see that you have enough financial funds available to you. You will also need a letter of resolution. Then you need a certificate of acceptance, which is English or French translation of your documents, a statement of translator, and a certified copy of the original document if you are planning to study in Quebec. This condition only applies in Quebec, as Quebec is that state where French is their language. The next step will be to pay the student visa fees, which is about 150 Canadian dollars the last time I checked. And also you will need to get your English language certificate if you are from a non-English speaking country. It can be IELTS, PTE or C1 Advanced. Some universities or colleges, they will demand when you apply for their acceptance letter that you need to provide that proficiency document. Then comes the part you might have to show up at a visa application center in your country to get your biometrics taken. The student visa biometric fees is about 85 Canadian dollars at the moment. This fee is an additional fee along with your student visa fee, which was about $150. So add that up. In some countries, they don't require any biometrics. Once you land in Canada, they will take your biometrics at the airport. So now I will try to address how many days this Canadian study permit will take to process. It can take up to 90 days after applying it. It will all depend on your situation in your home country. But Student Direct Stream can help you get your study permit faster. The SDS is available only for the students who come from China, India, Morocco, Pakistan, Philippines, Senegal, and Vietnam. So that was the whole process on how to apply study permit for Canada. Did you know there are thousands of students who are being offered the Canadian scholarship programs for their bright future? Just check out my last videos. You will see I have done a detailed videos on how to apply to those Canadian scholarship and how to get them. So that's it for today's video. I hope you like it. If you do, please give me a big thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe and follow us on our social media for latest opportunities around the world. Thank you very much for watching and see you on the next one.